Hey, Stephen. Sorry about that. Hey, Inga. Yeah, I just it's a lot of details to remember. I was back and forth in different cameras, and a lot can happen in a short amount of time in terms of mental journeys. Hey, John F. Hey, Frogmeister. So we're back. I have some great. I mean, it looked like some very good intel. I'm a bit of a basket case right now. I don't know why. Um, just a lot of things going on at once and really nothing. I mean, so much. I look at this cool bandana, a white one, right? I love it. I love all these colored bandanas in my life. I have like a dozen bandanas. I love it. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Awakened One. I'm sorry, I didn't really say hello to everyone. Timothy, Raven, Chosen. Hey, what's going on, Chosen? Yeah, let's see. Beaker Mac, Daryl, Tatia, Kendick. So, yeah, I've been fighting. I started my day in a really nice way. I mean, it just occurred to me. I realized I'm seeing two guys up on a roof, man. They're casually strolling along this roof over a couple of buildings down. But I realized Brunson case is being discussed today. Interesting. Hey, Kathy. Aren't we all basket cases? Not really. No, I don't think of you guys like that. I mean, not at all. I mean, Adarabba, just the opposite. I think you guys are like in the know. Rosanna Dana. I hate to say it, but I don't even really know who that is. I've been like, I live in sort of like a separate. I'm kind of out of the. I've been out of the mainstream for so many years. Well, in the last 20 years, I was living in a Hasidic community. I didn't even see a TV. I haven't seen a TV in 35 years. So I have an excuse. Yeah. Raw news. Oh, yes. I think it was real news on I put Trudge on 12/27/22 Gitmo. Hey, Scott Yell from Tennessee, man. Doss, Tennessee. Tunnels in Turkey. Yeah, there are tunnels all over the place. Oh, Saturday Night Live. I watched Saturday Night Live. I kind of remember. Oh. Okay. So Gene Wilder's wife that passed. Yeah? That was Gene Wilder's wife? Huh. I'm a hermit and love it. Yeah, Chosen. I'm in a similar vein. But yeah, it isn't so bad being a hermit. It's kind of nice. I mean, I don't really see any other people except when I go to the store. I can't say I'm really I'm kind of enjoying like not having anyone to push me around. I think I'm kind of easy that way, so maybe that's why used to love to go camping by myself. Like I didn't have to go negotiate with, like when we would pick a campsite and that kind of thing. You sound like radio noise when you make that sound. Just saying. Which I don't know what noise you mean. It's nice you can be yourself. Yeah, it's really relaxing, and I think I wanted to make another video today. I actually made 2 this morning because I'm trying to keep up on my my friends in Nepal. They're like I feed them. They want me to be ahead, so we're already. I have like maybe 4 or 5 videos in the can, I guess you would say, that are like waiting to go. I'm gonna get my main channel back in 2 days. I may keep this as the live channel. I'm not sure. I went to Florida today. You get a break, yeah. Um, no, not camping in a bungalow I mean, I'm a backpacker. I'm not really I wasn't brought up in a religious family. I mean, I, I actually my preferred method is I like to go canoe camping because I can get more remote. I mean, I haven't really taken a solo canoe trip in like a decade, but I spent like 7 to 10 days in the boundary waters by myself on a canoe, and that was like probably the best days of my entire life. So, yeah, so I feel like I'm doing that now. I feel like I'm camping out. I mean, even though I have a refrigerator and I have a stove, it's just like it's kinda like camping out, but with all the luxuries of modern world. I mean, because of I live where I live, it's just like it's kinda like I'm on the beach, people say, "Well, did you go outside today?" I'm like, I don't really have to," and that was really the whole point. I mean, I made a conscious decision that I'm very busy with the channel. I'm dedicated to getting this message out, and, he's like, "Woody Allen." Yeah, no, I'm not from, like I wasn't raised by, like, a traditional Jewish, uh, household. My parents are, like they're very they were always taking us camping and skiing, and we were s we were s I think my grandfather was the first national ski patrolman in the Northeast, and for sure the first Jewish national ski patrolman in the country, I'm sure. I mean, my people were, they're whatever. Anyway, they're German Jews, so they like to assimilate and they like to be outside and they like to be like they want to be like anyway, that's a whole nother subject. I'll get into that one day. But canoe camping is just for me, it just it rocks. I mean, to be on a canoe, even though I am like the most easily I get lost very easily because I'm very hard-headed, and once I make a decision, you can tell, right? I Nothing deters me. So, I could decide that I'm going the wrong way, that it's the right way, and I'll go to the end until I reach like a dead end, and then I'm like, well, maybe I was wrong. But I have to be shown, just like we have to be shown the enemy. We had to see it to believe it. I'm very much in that category. Three, yeah, in Muskegon, man. Wow. 36 blue sky. But, yeah, so canoe camping, like, where you pick your canoe spot, where you wanna camp at night, and you can I just had the I had such a good time that time. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I even got to sort of, like, flirt with a one of the rangers, and she checked me out on I told her on Shabbos, I have to camp, I can't do anything on Shabbos. So they were nice, and I was on a very remote place. I was way up in the boundary waters, and they visited me on Shabbos to make sure I was okay. She was cute. Um, but, yeah, so life is good. So sick of, $500 plus electric bills in New York. Yeah, I hear you, man. I had to tell my wife that I'm not paying the electric bills anymore. She was not happy. But I think, I think in the end of things, I think New York's going to be a really cool place. He thanked me when I walked him home to his door and hugged him. Huh. Intel, yeah. Okay, I got it. All right, I'm coming. Okay, so this is from Whiplash, and this is an unread message from today, and this really kind of like says exactly where they're holding. Did those worldwide cyber attacks begin at 1:29 on the storm noon? They began at 1:29 on the storm noon, 1:29. Two historical countries in Italy, the V near Rome, and the V and the Bermuda Triangle, complete power outages at the same time, and Turkey earthquakes, rods of God. Look what buildings are falling. Let's find out. UN heritage site, Aleppo citadel damaged by earthquake. Syrian Museums Department in an interview in Turkey, they damaged the historic Gaziantep fortress, built during the Roman Empire and later reconstructed during the Ottoman Empire. There was a partial collapse in several walls and towers. This is the UN World Heritage Site, Aleppo. Aleppo citadel damaged by earthquake. Syrian Museums Department. Now, this must be one of the 34 buildings. It's probably a old satanic site. I mean, thousands of years. It's a beautiful round. I'll share this on the Intel channels if you like. This is very interesting news. This is a great post. This is really this is really a very juicy post. Okay, so let's go back. So, did those worldwide cyber attacks begin at 1:29? What's the significance of 1:29 on the storm moon? The storm moon was yesterday, the 15th of Shvat, which was the 5th of February. By the way, I don't care what all these people say about Gregorian and the other calendar. It's not going down that way, man. It's going to be the Jewish calendar. I hate to be, what's the word? It starts with a P. I hate to be, like singing for my side of the thing. I hate to be, I forget the word. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't make sense. Do you follow any other calendar? God gave us that calendar. What are you're gonna say? The Gregorian, the Julian, the this, the that? I mean, the moon, man, the moon. We follow the moon. That's why God gave us a friggin' moon, right? I mean, we don't really know what it is anyway, but anyway, so forget it. When I was young and first married, we were poor. And I think back, my husband was happy and appreciate moments in time. Yeah, I see that. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so the buildings. Let me look at the second one. The second one is in Turkey. Okay, so these are the two things. One in Aleppo. Now, Aleppo is a very key town in Syria. Aleppo is not just like, it's a major, I don't really know that much about it. I just know Aleppo I think there were some big battles there in the last couple decades, but it's obviously a satanic site. If the UN has a heritage site, forget it, man. In Turkey, the historic Gaziantep fortress, built during the Roman Empire and later reconstructed, there was a partial collapse of several walls and towers. Okay. Okay, so those are those 2 sites. So, the Roman Empire is falling. British Empire, Jewish Empire, and Roman Empire. Okay, I'm not gonna go off on it. Whiplash, man, someday we're gonna sit down and have a cup of coffee together, and we'll explain things to each other. But you know what? We're gonna just agree to disagree, Whip. I'm not gonna criticize you on this one, but, you know okay. So I'm going to say it my way. So the Roman Empire is falling. British Empire, the 13 bloodline family, and the Roman Empire, the 13 bloodline family dynasty. Hello, Whip. Why? Okay, I'm not going to go there. Daniel is something I know. Non-Jews love to quote from Daniel. The Iron Bridge already fell October 3rd. Okay. Timber, same day as Julius Caesar claimed victory. Timber. Okay. The Iron Bridge fell on October 3rd. Now, there are 2 more things here. I was good, right? I didn't go crazy. Whip, I'm mellowing. I'm mellowing. As I get younger, I'm mellowing. I'm mellowing with youth. Let's see. Okay, let's look at massive bridge in Rome. Okay, we don't need that right now, but it's good to know. And the Sudzha pipeline will be hit by Poseidon. Let me just look at this quickly. Gas export to Europe from Russia. Okay, forget it. I'm not going there. Okay, so anyway, the 34 buildings, presidential transition activated, Castle Rock, Mr. T V2. Let me look at that link. This is definitely a post to, okay, just Department of Defense directive. Planning for presidential transitions and the transition of political appointees and other officials. Change effective February 3rd, 2023. Whoa, establishes policy for the transfer of authority from outgoing to incoming senior officials during the transition between presidential administrations or in the course of other personnel action included, but not limited to reassignment, retirement, or resignation. Establishes policy for the departure and arrival of political or certain non-career appointees, including those presidentially appointed Senate-confirmed officials, non-career senior executive service members, Schedule C appointees, and other officials appointed as expert or consultants. Assigns responsibility for the administration, management, and direction of transition activities pursuant to Executive Order 13727. Effective change. Let me say this again. Planning for presidential transitions. This is the DOD Directive 5105.76. Transition of political appointees and other officials. Change effective February 3rd, 2023. Okay, that is huge. I hope this is true, guys. Okay, so let's go back. This is a huge post. I will lead you there. Let's see what this is. Thanks for making me feel relaxed about all this weird going back and forth. Global impact of massive Turkey earthquake revealed. What's the global impact? The earthquake was felt in Greenland and triggered a tsunami warning in Italy, while causing shaking in Egypt, Israel, and Lebanon. Wait, it was the most powerful to hit Turkey this century. Operations halted at Cian oil terminal after huge earthquake. Technical fault
forces huge Norwegian oil field offline. Syria stops rail service. Dr. Doom says U.S. dollar reign is ending. A bipolar currency regime is likely to replace the current greenbacked unipolar one. Okay. Okay. So let's just try to swallow this little piece right here. Didn't we see a huge bunch of people at the White House yesterday? We saw a huge bunch of people. We'll verify that. So that means that's the transition. Could mean that that's the transition team. Presidential transition activated, Castle Rock TV2. I will lead you there. The JB State of the Union, C drops aren't worth it. Isn't the State of the Union today? Guys, wasn't the State of the Union here? Biden State of the Union, C drops on war threats. Okay, so this is huge, man. According to the decision of the Minister of Defense of Belarus, a sudden check of combat ready Ukrainian journals about what is this for? Okay. I hope their ovens are ready to run at full capacity for a few days. New York Street pizza. Lots of Russian soldiers about to be stopping by. New York Street pizza. Where is that? In Ukraine, in the country U. Okay. All right. All right. So I will lead you there. Now here it says begins, and there's a heart. We, the people, will build and rebuild the world after the destruction of the old guard. So, I mean, we have 345 people here right now. This is like the biggest intel drop we've ever received, right? It's just us, man. Just us homies. It's huge. This is huge. They're about to like Italy, right? Cyber attack on Italy took down the V. Turkey took down a couple of old sites of old dumbs. Aleppo is a key city in Syria. I remember from my days as a pro-Israeli. I'm still pro-Israeli, but I'm pro-Israeli people, not in those days, I thought the Israeli government was good. That's before this, right? The good governments don't do that to their people. Look at Thailand. Everyone's watching Thailand now. Thailand, the people are suing the drug company because their princess died. Like, that's called a country that looks after its people and its rulers. I mean, you can't just kill people and just walk away just because you're like a highly technocratic BS artist. You can't just do that. You're gonna. I mean, the way they had a plan, they would have taken over the world. We would all be, taking showers and at the camps, like saying goodbye to each other at the showers. Like, man, I guess this is it. Remember Auschwitz? We took it with a smile, man. We said Shema at the end, yeah. But it didn't go down that way thanks to the White Hats. The White Hats rolled out this whole thing so beautifully. They let the bad guys do what they were doing, even though it's horrific. That I understand. I mean, I can sort of understand why it had to go down this way. I mean, it's not nice. Yeah, I mean, they just cleaned up Auschwitz. They didn't have to do anything dirty. They just, you just made an appointment, went home. I'm not going there anyway. I really want to keep my channel. I'm happy to say that a couple of little pieces like Jason Shirka, if you want to see my course, I have a course in Kabbalah. I'm not sure they took out, there was one video that was really heavy duty Kabbalah. I'm not sure they took it out of my course, but it's still a good course. Just like gives my basic philosophy. If you subscribe to Jason's channel through my link below, I'm actually getting money. So I put that up with those who are holy, who say and do. So I'm saying, Jason Shirka, man, you're a holy dude. If you're out there listening, I really appreciate it, man. And I know I haven't been pushing it so much. I'm kind of like just, I'm fighting on so many fronts that I don't, but I really appreciate it, Jason. You've really done me a solid. And as my YouTube empire is in flux, pray to the children. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get into this, but okay. So you got this piece, right? Everyone got the piece. And the ending of it is the most brilliant part. But I think I'm gonna get out of that, and let's see if I can find it again. Yeah, I think that was just one of the most brilliant drops. And then they followed it up with cashback due UN masternode into XDC, Trust Bank. I mean, I'm just saying, if you feel brave, and you got a few dollars, you may want to invest in lobster. I mean, I did. Oh, I'm looking here. Here's the camera. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong place. And I wanted to be below the camera. I mean, that's what my friend from Nepal told me. I'm not using my fancy camera right now. I couldn't get the lighting right. And I realized that I just have to use a computer channel until I figure out how to do this. Yeah, yes, I agree, Frogmeister. I mean, it's horrific. I mean, and if you believe, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. People like, I don't know. I don't know. People are reassigned to different places in different ways. I'm not going there. I'm not taking the bait. But yeah, no, it's brutal. It's brutal. But this is what this is what it took. Remember, I was just listening to an interview with Catherine Edwards, where she interviews this football star from England who bucked the system and I guess went against this. A beautiful interview. And why was I bringing this up? Just to say that he was saying when he first did this, he was humiliated by everybody. Do you remember the kind of resistance we had to put up with? I know. I remember myself. I would go to synagogue. The old Russian guys, man, who like usually are just sort of like in a semi trance, in the corner, just like pretending to be praying. They were like, "What? You're going to lose your job?" I'm like, "Hell yeah." But I'm saying in those days, man, and I was like, the doctor said it's okay? Really? You have to think back. I mean, now things are a little more kumbaya, right? Avraham is said to have rested in Aleppo. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, Aleppo's an ancient city. Where's your hall pass? Yeah. So, oh my God, they used to drive those kids nuts with those stupid passes. Oh my God, it's like that's what they're saying now. That education is all about control and memorizing. That's all it was. That's why they hated me. They're like, Weber, what are you doing? Where's your lesson plan? I'm like, what skill are you teaching the kids? I'm like, well, how about like how to live? How to be a human being? Though no, we don't teach that here. My dog ate it. Yeah. Programming, right. Okay, I'm going to move on. I know some people are impatient with me, but this is huge, man. It's all going down. If you don't see it in the MSM, but you are seeing it. I mean, the information is, this is drip, drip, flood. We are seeing the flood now. The information is coming out. They cannot stop it because it's coming from so many different angles. This was the whole plan. Did we forget? That was the plan. And now we're seeing it, and we're the homies, man. We got to be cool with it. Turkey declines EM's offer to send Starlink over deadly quake. They don't want him over there. They don't want him to see what the rod of God did. Does that mean we live on a round Earth? I mean, is that been confirmed? I mean, I see a picture of like the satellites. I don't know what to believe anymore about that round Earth stuff. Okay, NASDAQ composite here. They're showing us that it's going down today. Okay. Oh, I'm just going to quickly check the stock market report. Bear with me. It's down like 70 points, the Dow. Who's calling me? Stop. It's too bad they don't have a button for, like, I don't know. I'm getting so many like robocalls, and I mean, okay, one teacher has his hall pass chained to a plunger, right, to discourage girls from asking for it all the time, right? That's interesting. Hey, Spirit Walker, you have 3 hours to get home, right? You have 3 hours to get home, right, Hadass Ariel? Okay, so yeah, the stock market's going down. The maiden sniper killings were pivotal for the wise reach. Okay, so I don't know what that is. Something about Kiev. Estimated magnitude 4.4 earthquake in Niagara Falls. Did you see this? 4.4 near Buffalo and Niagara Falls. Now, we all knew there was something going on underneath the falls, right? I think so. I don't know. We have people that live near there. It's a beautiful place. Oh gosh, I remember one time I went to vacation with my wife, and we had a room on the 20th floor, and she was like, I don't want to tell the story. I don't want to say the story. Okay, I'm sorry. We had differences, a lot of differences. Okay, so Patriot and Frog family. Okay, here's a letter to you guys and to all of us. Many of us lose and have lost family and friends in so many ways during this mission. It's very difficult having to lose these relationships. I know this personally. I lost friends and family members because of my staunch belief in my mission. I have lost my soulmate and best friend who happened to be my husband during this mission. The first group I lost, I'm hoping it is temporary loss until they can no longer deny the truth. Ray, I lost to a sudden heart attack, and no, he didn't get this, just a hereditary thing, and because God wanted to send him somewhere else. How do we get through these times? We just do. We need to choose at some point to just stand up for ourselves and the rest of our lives. Basically, we choose to move forward no matter how difficult it may be. And yes, that is much easier said than done, but we awaken each new day and we get on with the life to our best abilities. We've all been through, do you guys want me to keep reading this? I mean, we all know this. We all been through so much personal traumas. We've moved forward in our new beginnings. I honestly don't know anyone that has escaped unscathed. We are digital journalists that became digital warriors. We united with like-minded individuals and connected internationally. Our first objective was to save our children and secure our freedom for the very first time in our lives. The wind is whipping up here. I left the window open in the other room because it would have been too noisy here, and I'm hearing crashing over there. So our first objective was to save the children. And okay, we are the ones God has chosen to free the world and move us to a new age, a new way of life, one that focuses on freedom and love. And I would add comfortability. That's how I see the godly age. Comfortable, like going camping by yourself. We're the ones God has chosen, right? And the focus on freedom and love. To accomplish this, we must learn from the past and let go. We must learn from the past and let go of the past. We must look to the future. Now, okay, we stood up, we took a stance. Yeah. We learned so many ways. We learned we were chosen for this. Okay, yada, yada, yada. We have this. We always did light and love to all. 2, 3, 23. Wow, look at these numbers groupings. Equals 5.5. Interesting. 2, 3, 23 is 5.5. Okay. Now we have a picture of Sloppy Chris Christie, the failed governor of this is from Mr. Teeve, of New Jersey, spent almost his entire last year in office campaigning in New Hampshire for the Republican nomination for president, much like his term in office, where he left with an approval rating of just 9%. His presidential campaign was a complete disaster. He endorsed me the following day, later recommended Chris Wray for the FBI. How did that work out? Went down in flames and then was salvaged by ABC fake news, right? Salvaged. Now UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres will call for action from everywhere with influence on the spread of misinformation on the internet. What could he be talking about? Breaking: nuclear plant explodes due to, holy moly. This is amazing. This is not confirmed, but it says a nuclear plant explode due to earthquake in Turkey. I mean, whoa. OMG. Okay, should I put that on the Intel channel? I mean, it's horrific. You got to see this, guys. Even I can stomach it because it's not like direct violence. If I saw one person getting like like if I saw a picture of a person with a needle and a finger, and and there was the thought that one was going to connect with the other, I would faint. But I can look at an explosion because it's a little distant. Welcome back. Holy Spirit lives here. Yeah. Boeing 737 crashes while fighting bushfires in Australia. Nuclear plant exploded due to earthquake in Turkey. Horrible scenes in Turkey. Footage of earthquake aftermath. Swift delays ISO launch to 20th of March, but not a day further. They can't do it. That's the cutoff day, March 20th. I mean, come on. Give it up already, man. There will be great earthquakes in various places, famines and pestilence, and there will be terrors and great signs from heaven. That's from Luke. The New Testament. I mean, okay, I have to let some steam off. What is the New Testament? The world is going to hell in a handbasket. Nothing can be saved. Everything is wrong. We're all going to die. I mean, to me, that's the New Testament. What do you call that? I'm sorry. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I apologize. DHS Secretary Mayorkas has violated oath of office, must be impeached. They fear love because it creates a world they can't control. George Orwell. Interesting thought. Beautiful thought. I'm just talking about revelations. I mean, to live with that consciousness, it can't be good for you. It can't be. I'm sorry. I'm not criticizing. If you want to live in that consciousness, if you want to do it, it's fine with me. I personally wouldn't choose it. Benny Johnson, the Grammys have gone full on Satan worship right now on primetime TV. Maker of flying motorcycles to go public that's pretty cool, man. I'd like to have a flying motorcycle. Welcome to the death spiral. There's nothing that the monetary authorities can do to stop it. Just be who you are. That's all you need. You don't have to represent anything. You don't have to prove anything. Just be you. Be the you and meet people with your loving heart. And that's what I'm talking about in terms of comfortability. This is a oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I'm going to put this on the Intel channels. I think I'm going to send it to a certain person too, even though I'm not really. Okay, so but it shows. Oh my God, the purple. I love purple. I mean, I go nuts for purple. This is so pretty. It's on the Intel channels. Russia boosts Forex reserves, foreign exchange reserves surge to 3.1 billion. Moscow offers condolences to aid quake-stricken nations. Turkey hit by second major quake. And Turkey, wow. Earthquake rocks Turkey. Massive smoke on Chicago Heights, Illinois. Massive smoke spotted. To be in the club, there must be personal sacrifices. This is, who is this? Madonna's daughter hit the, oh, I can't. I just can't. I can't. I mean, the fact that Madonna is associated with Kabbalah, just it ruins Kabbalah. It just, you know, and then they're using the word whatever. Okay, I'm not going. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm on the edge today. All right, well, I'm going with this. I'm tired. I don't want to go over all these details. I'm going to try to find like some real. We're seeing the complete collapse of the old system. The gold asset-backed US, the US note, is expected to go live this week, but it will take 9 months to roll out. As of 2/1/23, the paper US dollar, euro, and pound are worth zippo. Exciting 3 months of transition. When USN goes live, it will not be public, but behind the scenes. This is when Nasara Jasara kicks in. We're seeing the complete collapse of the tax systems, IRS, and inland revenue. So it's happening, folks. 2/1. That was 4 days ago. Nasara Jasara. Do not panic. I mean, I'm getting, you know, don't panic if you have some cash in the banks. I think they will be, if it's in the bank, it's probably safer than if you have cash in your pocket, because they will be rolled over into gold-backed, the USN, the United States note, instead of the debt note. Okay, anyway, so yeah. Yeah. I'm yellow in the middle of mania. I'm yellow or white, middle mania. Music by Michael. You sent me something about, you had too much coffee today. Absolutely. What is Lush? Yeah, I had too much coffee. So, but I'm just, okay, let me just get to this intel. A few weeks ago, warned of earthquake wars starting. I didn't post last evening. My sources told me to wait a few hours and see what was happening in the Middle East. Now, what he meant was going to happen. This is no joke, patriots. The war to control Middle Eastern oil is happening. This high-grade Teutonic weapon they are using is for several reasons. Cover the news with a new catastrophe as the investigation into the laptop business begins February 8th. That is in 2 days. That's when I get my channel back, God willing. The staging false flag cataclysmic earthquake by use of high-grade military Teutonic weapons for the deep state U.S. interest in oil in the Middle East to Northern Europe with a catastrophe in Turkey and Syria. This is only the beginning, as the DS wants pipelines through Syria and plan to create a huge war in the region. The 13 bloodline family controlling the DS military operations that created the earthquake in Turkey was a huge warning for Turkey, who was planning to leave NATO and into BRICS. The 13 bloodline families just sent a huge message. They created the same event in Japan. Okay, so they did blow up a nuclear site for control of their GDP and other plans for mass migration projects in Japan. Due to the help of several white hats, including dragon families in China, Italy elites, and the Bin Salman family stepping in with military-backed, the 13 bloodline families held their plans to destroy Japan, so they weren't able to pull it off. These earthquake wars are real and do much known patents exist on Teutonic weapons and other weapons that cause earthquakes. The fight for keeping NATO together is happening as several countries want to succeed from the regime. They're keeping tabs on countries and high position elites to keep their countries inside with the evil ones. Several prime ministers, presidents are planning to quit as heads of their countries in the next 5 months into fall. Earthquake wars, massive earthquakes. This is what the 13 bloodline families wanted to, the MAFIA families wanted to unearth alien technology. It's a false flag event, was long ago in the works, just like this and other things they created, wars. They wanted a new religion to be born after a new technology was found after earthquakes, and the news would be worldwide and later connected to new laws and suppression of information sharing at the highest levels for security clearance. This is many, many reasons the DS wanted to use the alien agenda to bring world control, create death, scare humans. This is why the 13 bloodline families and the country V have been pushing alien agenda with Israel and the intelligence agencies. The real truth is there is much extraterrestrial life, but the first by the 13 bloodline families and the intelligence organizations is a false one. Much is going to happen in the next 2 years into Mr. T's presidency. For now, earthquake wars is happening into 2024. It's not climate change. It's DARPA. It's time to stay very alert. Keep your head on a swivel if out in public. Stay safe. It looks like this week will be pretty busy. Are you ready for the Super Bowl? There will be a major happening or surprise. Will there be a major happening or surprise? Time will tell. Hang tough, warriors. Stay fully reliant on God. Right, frogs? Whiplash asks, did those worldwide cyber attacks begin on 1/29 on the storm moon? 2 historical counties, the Vatican and Bermuda Triangle with Turkey. Here's some cheerful news. U.S. inmates could soon be trading their organs for freedom. A proposed bill in New England could see vulnerable conflicts making decisions out of desperation. State legislators around the United States are keenly watching the fate of Massachusetts' bill allowing prisoners to receive 1 or 2 years off their jail sentence by donating their organs. Beautiful, lovely. All right. Things are indeed accelerating. You can feel it in the air. Frogs are watching more intently and putting the breadcrumbs together. Sunday, we saw some cyber attacks already happening. Do we expect more on a grander scale? This was one of the events we were told to look for. So many comms coming all at once. Mr. T telling us that World War III is getting close. Scare event, earthquakes happening in Turkey, some banks preparing us that ATMs may be down, others telling us not to worry, that our money is now secured in the new QFS. Balloons floating across our skies, so much happening, we were told to think logically and strategically. So let's take a look at what else in the news is happening this fine Monday morning. Thousands of computer servers around the world have been targeted by a ransomware attack. Italy's national cybersecurity warns. Okay, we read this. I actually subscribe to his newsletter, but Benjamin Fulford Weekly Report states major victories by the Planetary Liberation Alliance are now impossible to deny. The Anglo-Saxons, Russian, and Chinese have reached a deal and are now ready to finish off the remaining 13 bloodline family strongholds of Switzerland and Israel. Once these control centers are neutralized, the final liberation of the United States will take place, making world peace possible. All right, yeah. Here's a post. Let's see, this is failure to retain position ear. Threats are real. War is real. Good versus evil is real. Think State of the Union free. Coincidence. Delta engines fire. Coincidence. How rare are engine fires? Think logically. This was April 19th, 2018. When you were talking about the new test, everything got really bright behind you. Cool, man. About the balloons, yeah. I'm like these are just to me like, it's stuff. Stuff happening, man. It's like, look, I'm continually. I want to look at the big picture. Okay, New Zealand has just been highlighted in a possible warning for a possible magnitude 8 earthquake. This has not been reported anywhere. I will include the exact quote below. Verified source. 160 quakes in Turkey. They're saying that the 13 bloodline families came from that area. I don't know, man. They're constantly wanting to say, I'm not going to go off. It's my big point. We don't look at the 13, the families from Italy. That nobody wants to talk about them. They're too hidden, too big. We want to talk about the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. Keep it safe. Breaking news. Chodesh Chinam. Breaking news. L'chol ha'olam. Alert channel. Tsunami alert issued for Italy. I really have to rein it in. It's not the coffee. I'm a loose cannon today. I'm finding myself. I went through a day yesterday where I was kind of whimpering about feeling sorry for myself. Go large for breakfast. This guy's eating this humongous Cherokee owl. Supporting Turkey policies, worshiping supporting T's policies, liberal logic. Okay, I see what they're saying here. Okay, this is interesting. Liberal logic, supporting tease policies as a cult, but worshiping medical companies, babies, censoring scientists and all. Yeah, that's not a cult. Okay, whatever. Birds in Turkey acting weird just before the earthquake. Interesting. The birds were flying all over the place in the middle of the night or dawn. Israel is sending its relief forces to Turkey. I used to think, wow, they're all out front. But you know what? Now that I know that the governmental forces in all these countries, Switzerland, man, you kidding me? Israel. The earthquake that occurred on the 6th of February by the northern part of Syria has not affected the combat readiness of the air base and other military facilities of Vlad's people in Syria. Okay, I think we read this post. Right, we read this. Oh, wow, I went an hour. Okay. Earthquake wars, massive earthquake is what the bad guys wanted. So this is a false flag event, and this was long in the works. Let me just go to one more intel source, and then we'll call it a day. We're up to what? 450. But if I was talking about the RV is going to be released on Friday. The RV is coming. Everybody get excited. The Zimbons, it's about to happen. I would have thousands of people here. I don't get it, man. What, we're supposed to be, patriots are like on top of things. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe I had too much coffee. You're right. Okay. I'm sorry. The Chinese balloons over South America aren't Chinese balloons. They're from the DS. They're creating a false flag story. So the United States Space Force is watching closely. They're doing an EMP beta test run. So it looks like really they're stepping up. The bad guys are stepping up their game because they don't have a shot. We hope. Anyway, my T5 vertebrae is shattered. Oy. No idea how. Are you talking to me, Chosen? We can talk. Yeah. Did you hit the like button? Moab's D5 avalanche inbound. Yes, indeed. The Temple of Divine Truth. I'm an alien. I wonder if I get a part. Yeah, we're all aliens, probably. We're all star seeds, man. We don't come from around here. We're not Terrans, I don't think. This whole like vengeance is mine. I beg to differ on this thing. I saw some other posts about I'm sorry. I'm not going there. But this whole thing, you're sinners and you're bad and you're evil. I mean, yeah, we got issues, but it's like I would not focus on that. I would focus on you're good, you're a wonderful person, you're doing the best you can. The reason you let these bad boys take over the planet, I'm not saying you, I'm saying the reason I let these bad boys take over the planet is because we can't really, that's what this soccer player was saying and with Catherine Edwards. We can't really imagine people this evil that would do this kind of stuff. It's beyond our imagination. So we think, oh, it can't be, Doctors would do that to us? No. Rabbis? No. It can't be. You don't feel like a starseed? Okay, listen, man, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, who cares? There's some evil ones. So yeah, okay, I'll go with that, Hadassah. Yeah, the evil ones. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay, I didn't understand what you're saying, Hadassah Ariel, because I don't think the humans need to be abused in any way, shape, or form, or need to feel like they're sinners. Or no, I'm agreeing with you, Hadassah Ariel. But you're right. I don't even have a word for them yet because I can't call them the BADs because apparently YouTube doesn't like that. And I think calling them the naughty ones is a bit of an understatement. You feel like a sage. That's cool. That'll work. Well, listen, we're all going to be sages. That's what it says in the Jewish tradition, that we're all going to be on the level of sages soon. We probably already are. Thank you, Clearly, Brooke. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, it, I don't like being, yeah, Clearly, Brooke. Yeah, right. I know. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't know if you're talking about me or whatever, but yeah, it's true. I mean, but not just that. And here's going to be the hard pill to swallow is that I mean, there was a post once that said something to the effect that they got into CNN, they got into the mainstream media. You don't think these same people got into our writings of our precious religious texts? Just saying. We were focused to work. We were forced to work 2 jobs to survive. Yeah, I listen. I'm. God put me out here. God liberated me from my job and gave me some kind of like ability to make a living here, and I'm very grateful. And I'm trying to to put out as much information as possible, as humanly possible. Yeah, demons walking among us. I'd like to get a hold of those glasses. Did I told you about those glasses, right? That Cliff High was talking about his father knew about? There's some kind of glasses that are coated with a certain chemical, and you can see the demons. Somebody once told me when I first started getting religious, that if you put sand around where you sleep, you will see footprints in the morning. Those glasses were destroyed? Yeah? They live. They live has that, yeah. Let's put a bulk order. Yeah, well, maybe we should make our own. Charles kissing a younger man. Yeah, there's some ritual about younger guys. Oh, it's just horrific. Ellie's arc. Yeah, man. Well, thanks for putting up with me. I know I go off. I fly off the handle sometimes. I'm the kind of person that like I will spend hours ruminating on like one bad comment. When I was younger, oh my God, every conversation I had with a person, I would be like for hours, I'd be thinking, why did I say that to them? Why? Why did I do that? It was so mean. They get into, it's that's the negative side of being self-inspecting, to be working on we call it now ascension. It makes it sound nice, but to dig into the core of your essence and have to turn over every rock and pebble in your soul has it's fraught with good and bad. Yeah, maritime law. Sure, they got them. We have them. I used to ruminate on things that people said to me. Now I figured as well. Yeah, well, now I don't really see, the only peeps that I have is us. And I do say things, but my main worry nowadays is more practical. It's like, do you think I said something that YouTube is gonna come after me for? But they come after me for stuff that the last my channel was taken down for something I put out like 2 years ago. So it's just like they were just waiting, like whatever. DNR folks all over ATM shortages. You can't unsee it, right? So it's probably better if we don't see it. You're right, Hadass Ariel. I'm sorry that I question your motives. They're all around, yeah. Forget the haters, yeah, man. Yeah, I know it's easy. Look at the blue. Like this is it's the colors that are so amazing to live near. It's like this is just like it keeps me going. That's because I'm not using my fancy camera, and you can actually see this quote does not have a lens. I'm planning to spend the afternoon calling B&H and trying to negotiate with them over like I love this camera at night, and I think I may just use it as a nighttime camera, but it sucks during the day. It's you know, we are more powerful than demons, absolutely. All right, guys. So yeah, so yeah, so we should all talk, and so I think the camera looks great. I think camera looks great. Yeah, the beach is beautiful. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, man. This camera, yeah. Well, this is because it's not really a camera. It's just this is just my computer camera, and I may be forced to use this during the day, which is not the end of the world. It's not that big a deal. I just I can make it work. Anyway, okay, so there was no intel here on the white hat. It's getting more exposed as Jim Jordan is currently with Congress. Okay, yeah. So Eco Health Alliance, 5 years to yell at me. Yeah, man, I know. Yeah, yeah. Right. Well, it looks blue, right? It's amazing. All right, much love. Um, yeah. So, 144, right? Okay. Behind the scenes, Jim Jordan, Senate, Congress are all coming after Eco Health Alliance. We get to see this, man. We got popcorn. I'm gonna have to pop some popcorn today, man. My new pot. I made a. I why? Yeah. So why don't we? We should talk. So anyway, okay. So yeah, I'm okay. So I got to stay in the body here. So anyway, have a great day. Oh, at 1 o'clock, I got to get ready. At 1 o'clock, I'm having Ian from Purium come, and he's going to like help me unpack my box. I'm really excited because I'm trying to get my food thing together, man. I don't know really what to eat. I'm eating like beans and rice and eggs, and I got some bok choy. I got some bok choy in one of those plastic things. It's really good. But I'm eating meat. I'm eating really high quality meat. And that's where I spend all my money. I don't spend money on anything else really, except nice food and my apartment, man. I got no insurance. I don't have any. I have zero insurance. Zero insurance. I shouldn't laugh. I mean, Kenai and Hara, but zero insurance, zero taxes. I do have some bill collectors chasing me, and I probably will deal with them. One called me this morning and said she wanted me to prove that I was me. I'm like, you're calling me, and you want me to say, give you my number and my, and prove that I'm me. I'm like, you got to prove that you're you. I don't know who you are. You're calling me. I got to prove that I'm me. I know I'm me. I mean, this world is insane, right? Yeah, Madonna's for sure gone. Yeah, I don't buy like meat from regular grocery stores. I only buy from this one guy who they know the cows. It's kosher to the max, and it's I listen. It's the best I can get. I mean, I would never touch. Well, that's not true. I would. I did on Shabbos. I made some regular turkey. Like Sam, I am right. Yeah, man. Eat fruit too. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of fruit. I don't really like fruit so much, but I do. I eat wild blueberries for breakfast every morning and bananas and really, really high quality yogurt from farms that I know the farmer of. It's all organic and stuff. And makes me hungry to have any sugar though. The fruit, I don't like sugar. I don't really eat sugar. So the fruit makes me hungry. I get a little hypoglycemic. Yeah, I don't want to. Clearly, Brooke. Yeah, you and I, man, we should talk. I mean, it's. I'm not doing it, man. I mean, I was on a teacher's like webs things when I'm gonna have to go, but she was saying the IRS wants another $14,000 out of me. I'm like, tell them, give them this, tell them this, right? Really? I mean, that's what I took out my retirement fund. I mean, I'm, whatever. Okay. Anyway, so you guys know the drill. So we'll talk tonight, and there should be a video coming out. They're like a little slightly different, but I'm trying to like gear it more towards normies and brown cow yogurt. Yeah, I like this. Well, there's a kosher yogurt called Bethel Farms, and I've been to the farm. I know the farmer. I respect the guy, and it's ridiculously expensive, but it's worth it, I think. How do you get people to do what you want? Make some gambling debts. There you go. Yeah, clearly Brooke it fits right in. Absolutely, 100%. All right, so we will see you. I'm going to go. I'm going to get ready for my next interview. 1:00. If you want to come back, we're gonna find out all about this Purim product. He's going to help me unpack my box. It's full of I've opened it, but I haven't taken it apart. But it has all kinds of really cool looking stuff in it. So we're going to find out about Purim. Don't forget these guys, man. I'm liking this more and more. Is it upside down? No, I'm liking this more and more. And of course, don't forget my mainstay is ASEA. Catherine Edwards, I met her through Nirmala, and she says all the products that I bring to you, I take myself. I think I never said that, but that's a great line. Really, it's true. I am experimenting with these things. I use them, and that's the best. Really, I mean, if I was afraid of them, that would be, a little scary. A burrito place, they use Food Garden. That's so nice. Yeah. Yes, we are scientists. Absolutely. Okay, beautiful people. I love you so much. Thanks for letting me like babble on and on. And I think we got some really, really powerful intel. So I think things are definitely, oh my God, they're blowing up. They blow up a nuclear plant in Turkey. I mean, how much more nothing's happening do you want to see? You want to spend hours? We can talk about the Zimbons. I think they're happening this Friday. I heard from my neighbor Joe, who knows somebody who knows somebody. The Zimbons are for sure coming out on Friday. I mean, should we talk about that? I mean, would I have more peeps on this? I don't know. I think so. Anyway, love you guys. Chosen, we need to talk. Yeah. So let's let's we'll see you. Like I said, we'll see you at 1 o'clock, and we'll see you um, at tonight, 7:45. Be there, be square, and I'll have a video coming out. And just enjoy. We're in the storm, man. This is the storm. The whole world. Remember this last line. I'm just going to repeat this last line because this is really what it's all about. And this is so important, and it's so beautiful. Let's see if anything else. Oh, he already put some other things on it, but you, the people, we, the people, will build and rebuild the world after the destruction of the old guard. And I don't want. Can I show it on this? I don't want any more boxes. I don't want houses that are boxes. I want beautiful Tartarian buildings in the new world. That was nice, man. I made a nice move with that. See, I can't really change like much on this, but yeah. Okay, so we will see you soon, and at 1 o'clock. God bless. I'll have time to maybe scarf down some food. And who's our new friend? Cheryl Brooke. Clearly Brooke. Keep coming, man. I love what you're thinking. All right, everybody be good, and we'll see you. I'll see you in 45 minutes, if you're, or a half hour. We'll see you. We'll meet with Ian. He's really an interesting guy. He's a professional biker. I mean, and he had no way to support himself, so he started this network marketing thing. He started right in the beginning of this. So I heavily encourage you, because it looks like a great food source. Okay, we'll talk to you soon, and kumbaya.